person to computer.
Right. To what kind of mediator?
Which means mm,
So
language based, which means
yeah. So any other answer? So what is a programming language is the question for the new joinees. So anyone, it's open question. So anyone can answer this question. So, so shall I answer, or is that question open still? Right. So let's say uh, we guys are communicating, right? So by using a language as a mediator, right? As Sandeep Reddy said, it is a mediator, right?
yes, sir.
So we have English as a mediator between us, right? We are talking or we are communicating using uh, English. So I want you guys to do a task, and I'll communicate it in a language, either it is in English or Telugu, right? So I want my system or my computer to do a task for me, at whatever the task might be. So I want my computer to do a task. So I'll use a language which is understandable to the computer, right? So that is the programming language, right? So let's say I want my computer to print all the even numbers between 2 to 50, right? I can't write in English, right? So please print all even numbers from 2 to 50, because my computer can't understand English. So I want to write it in a programming language which is understandable to the computer, right? That is called programming language. So there are many programming languages, like starting from C, C++, Java, Python, right? So multiple programming languages, right? So as we are going, like previously, like if you consider 5 years back, or let's say 7 or 8 years back, C language is the most used language, right? So what happens is in the market is, if I want to make my computer to do a task, I want to write a 10 lines of code. Let's say to print a, let's say hello world, I want to write 6 to 7 lines of code. And it was, the lines of code has been decreasing by time. So after that Java came. Java made it like 3 to 4 lines. And now in Python, it is very simple to uh, make computer do a task within a single line of code. When compared to previous languages like C, C++, or Java, in Python it is very, very simple, right? So it is not that difficult to learn Python. So it is very easy. So everyone understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? What is a programming language? So people from non-programming background,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? So it is kind of a barrier between a person and a computer. That's all, right? Now I'll just go through these course contents, right? So here we'll start with the introduction part. So everyone can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll start with a few introduction parts, like so features of Python, right? History and strengths and weakness. So when compared to other programming languages, what are the strengths of Python? So in what way we can use this Python, right? So and we'll install all the required packages or environment. So so in other programming languages, we used to have a thing called compilers. So I'll just give you what is compiler. So you wrote a line to print all the even numbers between 2 to 50, right? And you will run the program. So when you run the program, there will be a thing which is running behind is called compiler, right? In other programming languages. But in Python, there will be a thing called interpreter. So we'll understand what is the difference between this interpreter and compiler, right? And how to run the code, right? These all stuff like basic stuff. So before writing programs, we need to understand the background, right? So we'll understand all the background, part here, and so we will go through with the syntaxes, right? So I'll explain a simple topic today, so you'll get an understanding how I'll be teaching, right? So what my kind of teaching is, right? And here we'll go through with all basic stuff here, right? So keywords, what are the keywords in the Python, right? And so here we learn a simple basic concept here, very basic concept. And with those basic concepts, what I'll do is I'll make you to work on uh, an application, simple application, right? Let's say you can learn from YouTube also, right? You can learn from many sources from Google, right? But the thing is, you need to know how to apply those concepts on an application. That is the main thing, right? So after every concept, right, let's say we completed a basic concept, very basic concepts here, and we have an application here, right? So when you apply those concepts on an application, you will get to know, okay, this concept can be used in this way. That is the main thing, right? So we'll learn in that way. That is a process which I'll teach. I'll teach you the basic concept, that is the theory part, and we'll do a practical stuff there, and then we'll apply that concept on an application, right? And we'll go through with different data types. So when I say data type, we'll be writing in different datas, right? We'll be giving different datas to the computer. It can be a text data, a number, right? Or a number which is having a decimal point, right? And different data types. So we'll be learning different data types here, right? So this one, different data types, numbers, strings in the sense text. So list means which can hold multiple data types at a time, right? Tuples, dictionaries. So we learn different data types here, right? And operators. So we'll do, like, here we have an application, right? Calculator, using Python as a calculator. So we'll combine these all concepts there, right? So what I'll do is I'll take an application first, right? So whatever concept we are learning, so we'll apply these concepts in that application, right? That application will be running continuously for 1 or 2 weeks. So we'll add the concept which we have learned newly to that application, right? Got my point, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right, everyone? Just give me quick confirmation, very quick confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Right? Divya, Lakshmi, Durga, everyone, just give me quick confirmation. Just following, right? You guys are following, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So after that, we'll be going through loops, different loops in Python. So if else, nested if else. So these are the loops, and then so we'll take each data type and we'll go through, like we'll deep dive into that data type. So whichever data types I have mentioned here, so I'll deep dive into each data type. So we'll understand what are all the possibilities, how we can deal with this data type, right? And these are all the data types and functions, right? So we'll create our own functions, and we also use the inbuilt functions in the Python, right? So these are the functions which we'll be creating and using the inbuilt functions. So here comes the OOPS concept. So object oriented programming concepts, right? For any programming language, so it can be C, Java, C++, any programming language, OOPS concept will be same. OOPS in the sense object oriented programming language, right? So if you learn the concept, once if you learn the concept, you can apply those concepts in any language. In future, you might learn a new programming language, right? So you can apply these concepts in that language also. The concept will be same, right? the application or syntax will be different. The way we apply will be different, right? So here, first we'll concentrate on the concept part. So how the data or how the uh, concept will be running, right? And then we'll see the application in Python, the syntax in the Python, right? So here, these are all the OOPS concepts and the regular expressions will go. And one more thing I forgot here. So after OOPS concepts and whatever concepts we have learned till this point, we'll do another application. So I'll mention the application also. It is a bank application, complete bank, entire starting to ending, complete bank application. We'll be doing that application here, right? So I'll tell the process. Let's say you went to a bank, right? And the first thing what you will do, you will fill a form or you will fill your data, your details there, right? Starting from that point till withdrawing amount from ATM, right? So till that point, we'll do an entire application using whatever concepts we have learned, combining these OOPS concepts as well. So we'll use data structures, we'll use loops, that is decision making concepts. We used all the data structures and the loops and loops concepts. So by using these all concepts, we'll make an application, entire bank application, right? So here we'll be making application, and I'll link this application with front end here. We use Django also, Django and Flask, right? So these are the frameworks to build a front end and back end application using Python, right? So we'll make a complete bank application. Let's say if you see an SBI ATM, you can see front end part, right? Right. You will enter your details in the SBI ATM, or let's take any other bank website. So we'll build the same kind of application, right? We'll be entering our data. It will be stored into a database, right? So it will do all the tasks. Let's say you deposited amount of 5,000 when you are registering or when you are creating your account. And if you withdraw 500 from that, that will be reflected in the database, right? So these kind of tasks we'll be doing. You will be again depositing 2,000. That will be reflecting in the database, and it will show in the front end. It will be showing in the front end. So we'll do this kind of complete end-to-end bank application, right? So that what happens is you can add into your resume, and in the end, like let's say it is full stack, right? Full stack Python, right? So full stack in the sense. So anybody have any idea about what is full stack?
Yes, sir.
So what is full stack? So anybody can answer this. So full stack in the sense. So you are the only person who can deal with different aspects. When I say aspects, those are like front end part, UI part, right? Database and back end integration, right? So whatever data, let's say this was the bank application, right? So let's say SBI bank application, right? So here what happens is you are depositing an amount, right? So let's say I am depositing 5K, right? And there is a database here. There is a database here, and whatever amount you are depositing, it should be stored in this database, right? So we use Python here in between as a mediator to take this data from front end, the front end, right, to database. Exactly. So like someone texted in the chat, right? So Python will be as a mediator between front end and database, which takes these values to database, and it also brings this data to front end, right? So what we'll be doing here is, so we'll be building a website here, which is front end, right? And then we'll be building database, and then interaction between front end and back end, that is database, using this back end language called Python. right? Understood, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So just give me a quick confirmation. I didn't
Yes,
got any.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got from Sandeep Reddy. Other than that, I didn't got any confirmation from anyone.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, so we'll go with like we need to handle many files, many kinds of files. So we'll be doing files operations here, right? And iterators and generators, exception handling. So we'll be getting a lot of errors while writing codes. So how to handle those errors? That is called exception handling, right? So we'll go with few advanced concepts called pandas, numpy, right? And then we'll go with Django, and in Django itself, we'll create a database and we'll do some CRUD operations. So creating, retrieval, update, and delete. CRUD in the sense create, retrieve, update, and delete. So these operations, right? And we also will do front end part as well. It is not mentioned in the uh, course content. So we also deal with front end using Flask, right? So Flask will create a website, front end website, and then we'll input the data and we'll store in the database using Python, right? So by the end of this course, complete course, w- rather saying by the end of this course, I'll say while doing this course, along with the course, we'll be doing an complete application, end-to-end application, full stack application. And after completion of the course, if time permits, so some people will be interested and some people will not be that much interested. So if time permits or based on people's interest, we'll be doing another application, kind of e-commerce application, right? So kind of similar kind of Amazon or Flipkart. So UI won't be similar, but the process will be similar, right? We'll add a items into our database and that will be reflected in the front end, right? So we'll do similar kind of e-commerce process, right? Using Python, completely with Python, right? So these are the course contents. So if I go deep into course content also, you will not understand each and every course content. That's why I've given an overview, like top view of the course, right? So everyone understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you have
Yes,
any
sir.
doubts, just you can ask now.
Sir, what about HTML and CSC?
So HTML, CSS. So in Python, we have few other like which we can use the templates of HTML, CSS. Rather writing the lines of multiple lines of codes in HTML and CSS. In Python, we have different packages here. They have inbuilt HTML and CSS codes, so that we'll use those packages here. So that will create the front end actually. In the way we want, it will create the front end. So now in industry, people are using the same thing. Rather writing 100 lines of HTML or CSS code, they are using these packages. These packages have that code inbuilt. So just we need to call that and we need to make the changes accordingly. In the way we want, we'll make the changes. Right. So that will create a front end view for us, UI part for us. Right. So any other questions from anyone?
Sir.
Sir, what is the duration of the course?
So it will be for 60 to 75 days complete. Yeah, 2 months to 2.5 months, we can say in that way. So initially we'll be going very slowly because we are starting from scratch. We are starting from zero, right? We'll be let's say we are starting from zero till 100. We'll be going very very slowly, right? From there we'll take that pace. We'll start dealing with concepts very fastly, right? Initially we'll go very slowly till everyone understands the concept or completely. So till that part we'll be going slowly. So that is the reason it will take some extra time than other programming languages, right?
Sir, how much fees you can charge?
So fees part you need to discuss with the management. So I don't have idea about that. So you can talk with the management people. Like Subbarao, I guess you are interacting with Subbarao, I guess, right? So everyone understands Telugu, right? Here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So someone asked me from in chat. So job assistance. So it's definitely job assistance will be given. So after the course, I'll be conducting mock interviews. Right. I'll prepare your resume. Right.
Hmm.
I'll take multiple mock interviews. Right. And I'll also prepare your resume, complete end-to-end resume. I'll make your resume and I'll. So what the thing is, we need to add our projects into that resume. Whatever projects we have done. So the way we write or the roles and responsibilities what we have done in the projects, that is the main thing. So I'll write those all stuff, I'll create your resume, and then I'll take mock interviews as well. Right. So
Sir,
anyone,
is there
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
is there 100% job assistant?
So assistance will be given 100%. So I am guarantee you can ask me at any point of time, I'll give 100% assistance. Right. So there is difference between assistance and guarantees. Right. So guarantees will be depending on you. So 40% I can do, right? So 60% depends on you, the way you learn the concepts and all. Right. I'll give my 100% assistance to make you prepare to the interviews, and so that remaining 60% in the guarantee part will be depending on you, right? Got my point, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. Any other questions?
What about database connections and what type of database we will use?
So we'll be using SQL database, right? Django as well as SQL. So we'll be using both to do the applications, because in market SQL also is being extensively used, right? So we'll use Django and SQL
Okay.
both. We'll be using both uh, because we'll be going along with the market, right? If I teach some other thing which is not there in the market, it is of no use, right? So whatever market is using, so we'll be going along with that. So that will definitely help you guys, right? So I guess the allotted time has been completed, is less than 1 minute, right? So I guess we have a group, right, in WhatsApp. So if you have any doubts, just ping me there, right? So because my office time will be starting by 9 o'clock. That's why we allotted 40 minutes only, right? So if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ping me in the group, right? So we'll answer for every question, right? Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
everyone.